What is up, Giants fans? It is your boy Jay Downs. We are back at it with another New York Giants video. Back at it with another New York Giants banger. And before we get into this one, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for everything Giants. And join the dime dropper gang. You don't want to miss it. Now let's hop right into this NFL news on our guy James Bradberry. So today, 2 hours ago actually, at NFL.com, on-air talent who follows the Kansas City Chiefs tweeted that the talk about the Chiefs looking to trade James Bradberry isn't true or serious. A Chiefs source said the team hasn't been involved with that and don't plan on getting involved. They don't want to take on Bradberry's $13.4 million salary. And we've heard so many conflicting reports, and we've seen so many tweets from pretty creditable reporters that the Giants are going to move James Bradberry. They are going to be able to find a trade partner for James Bradberry. A few weeks ago, I seen a report coming out that the Chiefs, Texans, and Colts were all interested in trading for James Bradberry. We also seen another one where it's saying that the Giants were going to be able to trade James Bradberry that week. That tweet came out, and now we're hearing that the Chiefs aren't even involved. They aren't even interested in trading for James Bradberry, even though it all made sense after they traded Tyreek Hill and accumulated some draft picks from the Tyreek Hill Miami Dolphins trade. So to hear that they are not involved is shocking to me, because I really did think that the Chiefs were we all kind of thought that they were the suitor for James Bradberry, definitely after that trade, after they traded Tyreek Hill. And James Bradberry is, still a Giant. And yesterday, the Giants did restructure Adoree Jackson's contract. And that restructure I was cool with Adoree Jackson being, 26 years old, turning 27 in September. And is coming off a very decent year back in 2021. I was cool with that restructure. And I was thinking that they're restructuring him, and he's going to have a huge cap hit next year, because he's probably going to be the cornerback one for the New York Giants if a James Bradberry trade went down. But it doesn't seem like the Chiefs is a team that is that interested in trading for said cornerback. And I want to say this right now, James Bradberry, Joe Shane did come out and say that the last resort, if you can't trade him, is that he'll restructure his contract. And I don't know how Giants fans will feel about a James Bradberry restructure, because I think you have the fans that want Sauce Gardner in the draft, so they would really want Bradberry to be cut or released or traded. And then you have the other guys that are saying that we don't have to cut him, we don't have to trade him, but we also don't want to push any more money back into future years, which is one thing Joe Shane said he didn't want to do. That was the last resort. If anything didn't fall out in a trade for Bradberry or any other player, and it looks like the last resort is coming up for the Giants with James Bradberry. Now, could someone easily tomorrow or even later on today after this video is posted trade for JB? Sure, possibly, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know how credible this guy is. I don't know if, we should be taking his word 100%. Do we take it with a grain of salt? Right now, I'm going to kind of take it with a grain of salt, but I also think there's a little bit of credibility and a little bit of truth to this tweet, because if the Chiefs really wanted James Bradberry, they could have got him by now. I don't think the Giants are asking for a first round or a second round draft pick for JB. I don't think that's happening right now. I think it's just where the Chiefs don't want to give up draft picks. They're probably going to wait this thing all the way out, see if the Giants do release him, because why give up picks if you don't have to? If a team is trying to get rid of this guy, then, the Giants are losing a little bit of leverage right now with the James Bradberry situation. And, again, the Giants could always restructure, which I don't think is always a negative thing. One thing that I think a lot of Giants fans get misconstrued is that a restructure doesn't mean, it all doesn't point to negativity. It doesn't, because Adoree Jackson, again, is a young player. Graham Gano, who's an awesome kicker for us, that's a contract you can restructure. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're restructuring guys who are out of their prime. We're restructuring guys who are, in the back end of the career. Like, we would have restructured Logan Ryan's contract of somehow. That would not have been a good restructure. But a guy like Adoree Jackson, who's 26 years old, that's not a bad restructure in my opinion. But with James Bradberry, it's kind of in the middle, because Bradberry is coming off a bad year. Or he wasn't horrible, but he's coming off a year where he didn't play his Pro Bowl level like he did in 2020. But then he had that going for him. He just made the Pro Bowl 2 years ago. So it's crazy. And Bradberry's only 28 years old. He's not 30. He's not 31. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a Stephon Gilmore, again, another guy who the Chiefs were reportedly interested in signing via free agency. It's so many things, there's so many opinions, so many sides to this whole thing, and after this tweet, I am kind of confused on where the Giants go from here. Can they just cut him? Yeah, you can cut him, but again, Bradberry is, you know, some teams, the cornerback one on some of these NFL teams, so cutting a guy like Bradberry isn't, you don't want to do that. You want to rather get some value for him or, you know, keep him on your team, if anything. I really feel like the Giants shouldn't be forced to cut a guy like Bradberry. At the end of the day, like Joe Shane said, his last resort is restructuring his contract. And if the Giants were to restructure Bradberry's contract, I would be all for it. I would definitely be all for it. Because I'm not sure. Is this his last year? I think it was a 3-year contract. Yes, this is probably his last year towards the cap. So if you restructure his contract, add some void years on an extension, I wouldn't hate it because the Giants have cap space. They have cap space next year. So if you restructure a contract like Bradberry's, I don't think it affects you that much. Is it pricey? Yes. But in order to draft these guys and actually be able to pick them and pay the draft picks, you got to do what you got to do. And this is just another way that Dave Gettleman is kind of ruining the Giants, even with him not being the head honcho at the general manager position. But leave down below your comments and your thoughts on this, that the James Bradberry Chiefs trade doesn't look like it's going to happen after a source close to the Chiefs reported that they are not involved and they are not looking forward to trading James Bradberry because of the $13.4 million salary cap hit. Or is it $20 million? But he's averaging $13 million on the salary, but I don't know. I think it's like a $20 million cap or something like that. Crazy. But if you enjoyed it though, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button. It got kind of crazy at the end of the video. But yes, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button. And until then, it's me, boy J Downs. Go Giants. Peace out. Leave your comments down below. Go Giants. Peace.